In this question, we're asked to find the equation of a line passing through a given ordered pair that's perpendicular to another line. Now, the way that we typically solve these throughout the semester was to use point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. In order to use this, we found a point, we found a slope, we plugged them in, we got an equation, we got it in the right form we were looking for, we did some manipulation in there to get to that point. There we go. Now, with this being multiple choice, things can be a little bit easier. Let's start off down the road that we would normally go by talking about the slope. The piece of information about the slope in this problem is that we're perpendicular to the line y equals 3/5 x minus 1/5. That means we want to be perpendicular to the slope of 3/5. That's the slope of y equals 3/5 x minus 1/5. The slope that's perpendicular to that, remember that perpendicular slopes are opposites and reciprocals. So we flip it and change the sign. Now, had this asked about a parallel slopes are just the same. So if this asked about being parallel to that line, our slope would be 3/5. Now, as we look at our four multiple choice options, they're all in the form y equals mx plus b. So with all of them, we can read the slope right there. So right off the get-go, we can actually eliminate two of our answers because they don't have slope of -5/3. So we can say it's not B and it's not C because they don't have slopes of -5/3. So we could continue through with the problem by plugging this -5/3 in and plugging 6, -2, and then do some manipulation to figure out which of those two remaining are the correct answer. Or the other option is we could take a look at those remaining answers and just say, which of those have 6, -2 on them? So I could either take A or D and plug in 6, -2. Now, A has an additional fraction in it, so I would rather look at B, where B is saying your y value is going to equal -5/3 x plus 8. So if I were to plug 6, -2 into this, it's to say the y value is -2, the x value is 6, and does this create a true equation then? So if I multiply -5/3 times 6, the 6 over 3 becomes a 2, giving me -10 plus 8, or -2 equals -2. This checks out, which tells me 6, -2 is on the graph. So we have guaranteed that the point is on the graph. It is perpendicular to y equals 3/5 x minus 1/5. It's the correct answer. Now I could plug it into A as well and make sure it doesn't work, but I've already found the correct answer is in fact D.